Hi students, I am Mrs. Kavita from Mount Jan Metric High Secondary School. I welcome you all for the online class of 8th Standard Computer Science. Let us see the unit Visual Programming, chapter number 3, Design and Program using Control Statements. Part 5. See the learning objectives of the session: looping, for next loop and simple program using the for next loop. Students, let us learn what is meant by looping first. Visual Basic allows a procedure to be repeated as many times as a processor could support. This is called as looping. This means a set of instructions or a set of statements can be executed again and again in a computer until a condition is satisfied or as long as the condition is satisfied. Thus, technique is called as looping. Let us see the different loop structures that is available in Visual Basic. The first one is for next, do while and do until. Listen to for next loop. It is a counter style loop process. So for next loop is otherwise called as counter style loop. Let us learn the syntax for using the for next loop. For counter is equal to start number to end number, step increment, one or more statement next. Observe the syntax, students. Here I just highlight the keywords by means of the color red. Here for, to, step and next are the words that is called as a reserved word which has some predefined meaning in for next loop. I just explained the working principle of for next loop. Here for is a keyword which represents the beginning of the loop process. Counter is used for counting purpose. The start number represents the starting value and end number represents the ending value of the counter. Listen that step is an optional parameter which enables the specification of the code. So in the for next loop, step is an optional parameter. If you didn't specify that, the counter can be incremented by means of the value 1. If you specify that, that specification can be incremented by means of the counter variable. Next, let us see the next statement. The function of the next statement is to increment the value of the counter and returns the control to the beginning of the loop structure. Let us observe a simple example and its output also. Students, I just explained the coding here. Observe the coding clearly. For I is equal to 1 to 5. Here listen that. Here for is a keyword and I is a counting variable. It is a counter variable. For I is equal to 1 to 5, listbox 1 dot items dot add of I next. I just explained the working principle. Here for the first I check a value. The value of I is 1 and 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. If the condition is true, the control can transfer to the next statement. So what's the next statement? Listbox 1 dot items dot add of 5. So in the list box, let us see, this is the list box. Consider that this is the list box. On the list box, the value of I can be added. So the value of 1 is added in the output window. Next, the control can transfer to the statement next. The function of the next statement is it increments the value of I. So the value of I is equal to, what's the value of I now? It can be incremented by means of a value two. Okay, 1 plus 1, 2. The value of I is now 2 and control transfers to the beginning of the loop structure. Now it again check a condition whether the value of true is less than or equal to 5. The condition again true. So the value of I, now the value of I is 2 no. So the 2 is displayed in the output window. Again control transfer to the next statement. Now the value of I is what? Now the value of I is incremented as 3. Very good. 2 plus 1, 3. So now the value of I is equal to 3. It again check a condition 3 less than or equal to 5 as the condition true. So the value of 3 is displayed in the output window. Next, it increase the value of I by means of the value what? By means of the value 4. So 3 plus 1, 4. Now the value of I is equal to 4. You check a condition 4 less than or equal to 5 is. So the value of 4 is added in the output window. Next, it increments the value of I is equal to 5. So now the value of I is 5 now. So you check a condition 5 less than or equal to 5. The condition equal to is true. So the control value of I is added to the output window. Then control transfer. Now the value of I is incremented by means of the value 1. So what will happen? The value of I is now, what's the value ma? So the value of I is equal to 6 now. So 6 less than or equal to 5? No, the condition false. If the condition is false, the control transfer outside the for loop structure. So this is the working principle of for loop structure, students. Now let us see observe that here the step parameter is not used. I already told you no, it is an optional parameter. If it is not specified, the value of I is incremented by means of the value 1. Okay. So by default the counter I value is increased by value 1. Let us see another example. I just use the parameter step here. For count is equal to 1 to 10, step 2, listbox1.items.add of count next. Here I just use the counting variable name as count and the starting value is 1 and its end value is 10 and the incremented value by means of 2. Okay. So I again explain the working principle. Here check a condition 1 less than or equal to 10. Yes, the condition true. So the value of 1 is added to the output window. Now the value of I, here the counting variable name is count no. So the value of count is incremented by means of 2 because I just specified the step value is 2 no. So now the value of count is equal to 1 plus 2, 3. So 3 less than or equal to 10, it check a condition yes. So the value of 3 is added in the output window. Again 3 plus 2, 5. 5 is less than 10. So 5 is displayed in output window. Then 5 plus 2, 7. 7 is also less than 10. Next is 7 plus 2, 9. Its value is also less than 10. So the value of now the count value is incremented by means of 2. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 means the condition false. So the control transfers outside the loop. So the step parameter is used and its value is 2. So the counting variable, the name of the counting variable is count. In the previous example, the name of the counting variable is I. Its value is increased by means of a value 2. Now I am going to use another example to show that the step value by means of a negative value I just specified in the step and see the output how it will be displayed. Here, can you tell what is the name of the counting variable? Sum. Sum is the name of the counting variable. So its start value is 10 and end value 2 and the step value is minus 2. So you check a condition 10 less than or equal to 2 is, so the value of 10 is added in the output window. Next statement, decrease the value of sum by means of 2. So the value of 10 minus 2 is 8. Now we check a condition 8 less than or equal to 2 is the condition true. So the value of 8 is added here. Again 8 minus 2, 6. 6 minus 2, 4. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 minus 2, 0. So the condition unsatisfied. So the control transfers outside the loop structure. Okay students, it's time to explain With the help of the Visual Basic window, I just explain it. Show my designing window. Here I use one list box, one label box and 3 button controls. So the name of the label box program using for next loop, and I just display the list box control to display the outputs, and 3 button controls with the name numbers 1 to 10, even and multiples of 5. Let us see the coding window. Here button 1 dot click event, in this I am going to display the values 1 to 10 now. So for I is equal to 1 to 10, listbox 1 dot items dot add of I next. So the value of I can be displayed in the list box. Before that I just use the coding box 1 dot items dot clear. What is the statement? Students, I just explained while execute the program. Okay, listen that the button 2 I just used to display the even numbers from starting from 10 to 2, and its value can be decreased by means of -2. And the third button I used to display the multiples of 5 starting from 50 and end with 100. So that I just specify the step value 5. So multiples of 5 means it increments the value by means of 5. No. Okay. Listen that. If I didn't use the clear statement, what will happen? Let us see that. First execute with the clear statement and without clear statement. First I just use the program with listbox1.items.clear statement. I am going to execute my window. So listen that I just click the button 1 to 10. So the value of 1 to 10 can be displayed in the list box. Okay. So the step value is not specified here. So automatically the value can be incremented by 1 and 1 to 10 can be displayed here. If I click the even, what will happen? From 10 to 2 the value can be displayed, and just use the step value -2. Okay, 10 to 2 the answer will be displayed here. Then multiples of 5 starting from 50 and end with 100, I think so. So 50, 55, 60, 65 and ends the value with 100. Okay. Now let us see without the clear statement how the output can be displayed. I just delete the clear statement here. Okay. Now I am going to execute my screen again. So first I just click the values 1 to 10. So the value can be displayed here. Then I just click the even button. What will happen? The values of even that can be displayed continued by means of the previous output. Okay. Next I just click the multiples of 5. It can be continued by means of the previous output. So that I just clear whatever the content that can be displayed in the list box. So that I just use the syntax listbox 1.items.clear. I think you just well known how to use the clear command in listbox control. Okay. Now it's time to return back to our Visual Basic PPT screen. So -2 means the values can be reduced. No, I already explained you. I just to show the output again. So the step parameter is used here and its value is 2. So the counter sum values decreased by means of the value 2. Students, I think we are well known about how to use the for loop structure, the syntax of using for loop structure, and the usage of the step parameter and the positive value and negative value. If it is not specified how the output can be displayed here, you just well known about that for loop structure in this section. Thank you, students. We will meet in the next session. Thank you to you all. Thank you.